Alright, today starts a brand new day. We're in the lanes already. What we're going to do is we're going to get a test pass or two to get ready for 5:30 index today. So they're allowing us an hour and a half of testing. And almost always don't make it a lever before I make a test pass. Sometimes we get rushed so fast that through all the other steps and things, some things get missed. So sorry, mate. So we're in the lanes to make our first test pass for 5:30, and maybe we'll get two, and hopefully we've guessed on what boost it's going to take to be close to that number with a little bit of margin of going a little faster. I don't know, we'll see. I don't even know if we're getting slips today, so hopefully the draggy is mint. Luckily we got some baselines yesterday with time slips and draggy, so we can kind of see how many hundredths of difference we have overall to make sure we're on target. Alright, good news is I did not break out. The bad news is I'm nowhere close. Yeah. Yeah, I went 610. All right, we're gonna make an adjustment. Alright, we are rolling up for round 2. As soon as Eric pushes me off the ramps here. There we go. And I bumped the power up a little bit. And I had shifted it based on time last time, so it was bogging pretty bad. So yeah, we were shifting off time last time, so it didn't have a chance to grab RPM before the next shift happened, because I had it all set up really fast. So I figured to just set against the converter, but I had all the power too low and everything else. So anyways, lots of little adjustments for this run, and we're gonna try again, see if we can't shave off about a second is what we need to shave off. right, so that was too quick. That was a 5:08. But my reaction time was fantastic. Eric, check out my reaction time. I figured it out. Went 008 on the light that time. A lot better than 2.5 tenths like I did in the final last night. Okay. The tree here drops extremely fast, and the beams, I believe, are too close together, so that causes a longer time for the top bulb to turn off. If I was going deep, like a seasoned bracket racer might, then it wouldn't affect me, but I don't go deep. Ask Megan. So what, yeah, anyways, I was a little more prepared that time, and reaction time, I mean, once you get down close to the number, reaction time is what's going to determine the winner on this. So we're going to try to stick there somewhere. I don't think we're going to try another test pass. I think we're just going to go in the first round. Let you know. Rolling up for first round of 530 class. I think I got the tune-up figured out. I kind of kept the boost down in the middle of kind of where we were, and hopefully it's not too slow, and hopefully it's just fast enough. We'll see. I got left lane, 5th pair. We got 14 cars in the class, it looks like. So 4 passes to victory. Just 4 round wins. Come on, let's do it. Let's get it. Today is for 7,500. No minimum car count. These guys have been true to their word, paying out. So I know winner last night, he got his full pay. And hopefully tonight, maybe we'll get ours. Yeah. 530 on the draggy. Went a 526 shoving the brakes on a slip, but with a 21 reaction. Hell yeah, did that last night. That was 2/10 faster on my reaction time last night. And we're done. It's our weekend. Over and out. Almost had it. We're in trouble now. We got all the lights on the dash. We ain't got no power. All right, so I drive a 2020 L5P GMC 2500 HD. One of the most common failures on this truck is fuel injector connector number 7 failure. I think it has finally happened. After 269,000 miles, I think it has finally gone kaput. Luckily though, I planned ahead, and 30,000 miles ago I bought a connector. So we're gonna hop in the engine bay of this sucker and replace this pigtail and hopefully get back on the road. Because we are like 500 miles from home coming back from Amarillo, Texas. Eric, did you have a good nap?
Yeah, well, I wasn't really napping. I was kind of praying a little bit.
Praying the whole time? I will say, I thought it was converter shutter.
800 feet, keep left at the exit to I-40 and then make a U-turn if possible.
I thought we were having converter shutter, so I started dropping gears down to take the load off the converter, and that seemed to be working pretty good, and then it just kept getting progressively worse. And then finally I thought the transmission shot shit, and
keep left and then make a U-turn if possible.
Shut up, girl in the box.
Make
usually
a U-turn if possible at I-40.
I call her worse things usually. And then we finally got check engine lights, so yay, he was able to kind of see what we had going on.
Is now finished.
God damn, she's so fucking loud. Yeah, pulled off the highway and yeah, had an injector code. So sweet.
Ironically enough, off to YouTube to make sure that we're doing this one correctly.
And we've pulled off on what looks to be a really well-used exit. Look at this place. It's like all overgrown.
Yeah, and there's only one thing comes to mind at an exit like this. We can make a test hit.
No. Eric. You know, we had to break down in your town. This is that Eric, Oklahoma, off of Route 66. I think we're on Route 66 now. I'm trying to get familiar with this connector before I jump up in there again. Let's go and just break the new one real fast. Okay. All right. Just making sure I know which way that thing goes.
Yeah, if you guys hadn't noticed, Ryan's surprisingly a nimble guy for his size.
Lube. Yeah. I want this one. This is a neat little connector. What's this, like a pillbox?
Bait and tackle is what they
listed.
Bait
and tackle. That's pretty neat.
It's like the second time I've used it, just out of boredom. It's like, it seems like something we're always missing, because people either have like the cheap ones that don't heat shrink or blind splices, and I'm like, yeah, I'll just pack up what I got.
You know which ones I really don't like? Are those solder heat shrink butt splices, or the non-butt crimping butt splices?
Oh yeah.
We put a bunch of those on the race car thinking we'd be smart, and you know, oh shoot, we just put these together so fast, rewire the car so quickly. 6 months. Almost all those piece of shit connectors failed. So, little unknown fact about automotive wiring. Solder heat shrink is not the proper way to do a lot of repairs. So unless you have a very, very well done, or very thick or doubled up heat shrink with glue that gets very hard, you have to isolate the joint. Because with anything, like if you're trying to break a wire, you just bend it back and forth a couple times, right, and it'll snap. Work hardening. Well, copper with soldered ends will do the same. So once those copper strands are soldered, it no longer has any flexibility in that joint, so it's going to bend at that solder joint. So without any support, it's going to break. And you know, calm, steady state wiring, you know, something that's not in transport, moving or running, typically doesn't have any frequencies going through it, no harmonics, no vibrations, so that nothing ever moves and breaks. But anything that operates, runs, drives, goes on the road, has a motor, vibrations, everything's flexing. That's why houses have solid core or solid copper wiring, and automotive has multi-strand. Okay, we're back on. Leaving the noise shield off. Hey, can you grab that knife up there? I'm just kidding. Ooh, I about stuck my finger right on it.
I wouldn't do that. Ask me how I know.
All right, so there we have it. Hopefully that does it. We're gonna get in the truck and clear the code, and hopefully can continue on down the road.
Push down the bottom. No, I mean.
All right, back in the truck. We got slightly less lights on the dash, and no misfire yet, and I haven't even cleared the code yet. That's a good sign. All right, let's see. Diagnostics. Let's see, check vehicle codes. I love having this little guy up here. Very handy. Because I don't always bring my MPVI3 with me, so he's leave at the shop. All right, so we got cylinder 7 misfire. We got injector circuit, timing control circuit issue. Okay. Number injector circuit fault. All right. Clear codes. Yes. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. All right, you ready to buckle up and get on the road?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ah.
Let me get my seatbelt on. I'll grab it.
Camera down. Come on. Oh, it feels a lot better. Last 100 miles, it's been like so I thought it was a torque converter issue.
Take the second one.
Yeah, we got this one. Need some strange Evos on the truck, man. Okay. So far, so good. Let's give it good flooring. Oh yeah. We're moving now. I said I wanted to visit Route 66 this trip.
You jinxed it.
Visited it, broke down on it.
We visited Ericktown.
Yeah, so you get the sign. Whee.
Where is it? Yep, there's Route 66. After I get past Big Mirror. And if we kept going, Ericktown. So I'm going to count that as we stopped at Eric.
Stopped at Ericktown?
Eric stopped at Eric.
Alright. Well, I got the camera up. Do we want to talk about yesterday? I don't think Eric wants to be on camera.
Yeah.
Alright, so we tried 530. We lost first round.
Slowing down is a new thing. You're usually trying to do the exact opposite.
So if I had mirrors, I would have realized that my opponent was 100 or so feet back.
Or, and this is a valid point that I hadn't really thought about until right now. If we had friggin' mics, I'd be like, brakes.
yeah, if we would have had the microphones
So,
on,
like,
the headsets on.
My
Abort!
yeah, it's like slam on brakes now. You're good. Like he's at the 330. You're at the end.
Cleared.
Drop shoot. Like,
So,
but like going 530, people don't give it the credit it deserves because it's for the guys that are in that class. 530 is still fast, and the guys that are going fast, dropping down to it is not easy.
I mean, we were going a lot faster than that the night before, and honestly, I really couldn't tell the difference. Except when I get like on the back split, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if this is too fast or not.
It's hard to tell on the big end because like sometimes, and as we learned, like the faster you go, it's almost this, and the smoother, the slower you kind of look, unless you're looking from the lane shot from behind or in front. It just kind of looks, look like a decent pass, and we get the times up like holy. You know? And
so I get asked all the time at work, because I tune a lot of high performance street cars, and I will tell you, going 530s feels the same as I'm driving a 800 to 1,000 wheel horsepower 5th gen Camaro, or a 700 horsepower, Pro Charge Corvette, or even like your good heads cam converter, long tube header, full bolt on. Any vehicle with a 6.2, 6-speed, or 8-speed transmission, it almost all feels the same to me. You really don't tell the difference in acceleration until you get, really moving over 100 miles per hour. But like everything driving around town, within legal speed limits, it all feels fast. It all feels good.
I still think 530s, like, it took us so many years to get to 530s, and then we started taking off, but like, 530s is fast. Like, it is a fast class. Like, it doesn't get the credit it deserves. And it's like, it's fun. There's a lot, and for the credit to other people, there's a lot of times we've been to races where not one person went 530 and it was a heads up class.
Yeah.
Which is still fun.
Amarillo's no prep was so tricky. I really didn't think there was going to be many cars getting close to the index number. And I don't know if anybody really did get close to the index number yesterday. We didn't hang around to really find out. By the time we got loaded, the race was pretty well over.
Technically, you got close to the index number, just on the wrong side of it.
Yeah. Maybe I can have Megan drop the slips in here to see what we're talking about, but... We went 530 flat on the draggy and a 526 on the slip. So too bad we weren't racing off draggies.
Yeah. But I mean, like, for first time out, really, like, it's your second time doing 530, and the first time really was a test pass.
Yeah, it was a test pass.
And it was on the big block.
Yeah.
So that was the first time LS 530, and you missed it by just a few numbers.
Yep.
But luckily, the kings of the little gangsters class, Jimmy Dale and Poland, were giving us some tips for the future.
Yes. Yeah, they're telling me where my increments needed to be. And I mean, the LS repeated the 113 60 foots multiple times this weekend. So we slowed it off to a 20. I don't know if I want to slow it off much more than that.
No, but like if you get good side there, it's just like like at the 330 you can honestly start looking for your opponent.
Yeah, I was going to, but like my helmet only turned like this far with the Stroud on, so I really couldn't view that far. I think I need to put like some mirrors out on the front end, or maybe get a Westmoreland camera system.
Ooh.
Put on the back of the car, put on the roof of the car.
You almost need like 530 mufflers so you can hear the opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have cameras too. It's okay.
You know what? This really circles me back to, in 5 years, one of the combinations I want to have in the LS, or have in the race car at some point, is going to be an EV conversion. I'm going to get a lot of hate on that.
Sorry.
But you know what? I don't care. Yeah. Power is power, and there's less mechanical moving parts. There's less RPM limitations.
Sorry.
There's no noise.
Yeah.
There's no sound. I mean,
yeah, that's exactly why I hate it. Like, one of my favorite things is like, you can't tell me that listening to a car in the burnout is probably not one of the best parts of drag racing.
Well, in 5 years, you may not have any hearing left, so either way, you're not going to know what power plant I have.
I can feel it.
Oh, goodness.
Like, tell me you don't remember the first time you went to like a Top Fuel or a dragster event and like sitting in the stands and they came by just got pounded in the freaking chest with that freaking power.
I will tell you, Top Fuel is unlike anything else in this world.
It's like the term, you know, that say it with your chest, like Top Fuel, like funny car, like just like that.
Dynoing my
everything
car,
that drag racing is.
Yeah, dynoing my car at 2,000 horsepower with no doors, zoomies, in a small room still does not even compare to Top Fuel.
No. Still cool though.
Still cool, but yeah,
except for your TV screaming. Like, well,
my TV be screaming.
Yeah. So they're going, help me. We can watch it on the screen if you go back and watch the old videos.
So, all right. Well, hopefully that concludes our eventful trip. We are multiple miles into our repair now, and there's been zero shuddering, zero hesitation, no problems at all. So we were back to smooth sailing, because like last like 30-40 miles I was in 7th gear turning about like 2,300 RPM thinking, man, this torque converter's going to crap already. But that was not the case. It was an ejector clip. So yay. And thankfully I had ordered that fleece one months ago, because they're a lot cheaper like to buy. But
we've actually used a lot of fleece products over the years.
Yeah, I got one of their fuel filter adapters on here, so we run a big cat filter.
I've got their circuit box so I can have my headlights and my fog.
Oh yeah, the all on highs. All on highs, best mod ever for a GM truck.
Yes. Sorry, random. Like I scrolled. Like,
yeah. All right, well, we're gonna continue this hopefully uneventful trip and make it home as soon as possible. Over now.
Yeah. If you want to know what the trip's like, just hit pause and watch this right now. Hold on, I have to make it true if I'm sleeping.
No, you snore way louder than that. Way louder. That's your I'm doom scrolling on Facebook or TikTok snore while your eyes are still open.
Yeah, I've been told that I snore while I'm awake.
You do snore while you're awake, and the fact that you don't know that is insane. Because you are making movements, you're watching your phone, you could be on the phone and you're snoring.
So that's like cause it, like I just don't think about it and I'm like, that's weird.
That's weird. Okay. Well, we're gonna let Eric get back to his awake snores. All right. Megan!
Hi!
What happened to our dog?
America.
America?
She painted it. Not red.
It's fading. It is red. Thank you.
Come here, Douglas. Come here,
You
Douglas.
know, everyone wants to think Cletus is the most American patriot racer there is. Psych! He doesn't have a dog with a mullet that's dressed up like a bomb pop.
No.
America!
Yellow pit bull.
Henry's like, I want in on this. Logan, did you get a little hairdo work too?
My mom pregnant and she's in Douglas.
I almost caught that. Where are we going, Logan?
To the beach factory. Hurry!
Going to the beach. Henry, look at you walking, running. Hold on to Logan's pants.
Henry and I were chasing.
Hey, muff it on the beat, yo.
Noah,
Yeah.
knock it off.
Burrito. Burrito.
Logan.
Everybody's just wanting to show off.
Hi.
Bye, Henry.
I said dog. Yep. Dog.
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 Ah, you're so nutty.